Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please welcome back Julie Brown, the General Manager of RVTD. Good to see you, Julie.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So in case anybody doesn't know, how many buses do you operate, and any idea of how many people travel by bus every year?
Sure, we have 26 fixed route buses and another 26 paratransit vehicles for the elderly and disabled, and we take about 1.3 million rides a year. At our peak, when we had services going, it was about 1.6. So we're down a little bit, but we're growing now that we are able to get funding again.
Sure, we're going to talk about that. How are you governed? Are you guys private or publicly owned?
We're actually a special district, like a police or fire district, and are governed by 7 elected officials who are our board of directors.
Okay, and recently you had a visit from the governor, as we kind of referenced. There's new funding. What was that about?
So there was a bill that was passed this last session by the legislature, called House Bill 2017. It was a transportation package that looked at all modes. So not only included transit, but bike and ped, but also roads. So it was a big package, the biggest in the history of Oregon.
Yeah, wow, okay. So are there any immediate changes that RVTD or any transit district can expect as a result of this?
So the transit districts, there's 91 across the state that will see an impact in funding, and they won't see any of the money flow through until January of 2019. But in the meantime, we have a lot of responsibility. The bill was written, so there's a lot of accountability, and they have to submit plans on how they're going to spend the money, and it has to be used for new services.
Oh, new services must expand.
Yes.
Well, as you talked about, that's something you obviously looking to do.
We are.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about what people can expect more in the short term? I know we talked about it. I think the last time I had you here was about a year and a half ago when you guys were trying to pass your levy. It did pass, and have you guys been able to implement any changes as a result?
We were. Right away, we put Saturday service back into play and evening services, and so we started putting the routes. We also increased the route on Route 24 up to the hospital, so it's every half hour. Increased services down to Ashland, Phoenix Talent area on the Route 10 every 20 minutes. And then our last add-on is going to be this fall, and it is for a route out called Route 61, which goes out to the RCC campus, and it's going to be a permanent route out into White City. We also added another route out to the south side of Medford. So, you know, we're moving forward with everything that we promised in our campaign, and that will continue, and that is funded until 2019. Okay,
very good. We're going to take a quick break. Much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with RVTD General Manager Julie Brown. So we've talked about all the funding you guys have, the levy that passed a year ago and this new state bill. Its future's looking bright. Where do you go from here? What's the big plan?
So where we go from here is, I talked about the accountability in the bill, and one of the things that RVTD, it was really good timing for us because we are presently getting ready to start working on our Transit Master Plan 2040. Wow. Transit Master Plan. So it'll go out to the year 2040. Long plan, big plan.
Talking driverless cars?
Could be. You know, it's hard to predict the future, but that is one thing that is on the horizon is autonomous buses. With that said, we want to hear from the public. And so there'll be a newsletter that's going out in the next week or so. You'll see it in your mailbox. Take a look at it, and in there is information on how you can also participate in that master plan, giving us information where you want to see buses, where you want to see services, what kind of services you want to see. And that's really important because as we roll out this plan that will be included through House Bill 2017, we will have to be accountable for what we're doing. So this is a good opportunity for people to get plugged in and give us some feedback.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, and I want to give you a chance to plug this award. Tell us what this is.
So there is an association called the Community Transit Association of America. It is across the United States. There are 3,000 transit systems across the United States and 300 small urban systems. And we were awarded the Small Urban of the Year. And so this was the award that we were given in Detroit this last spring.
Congratulations.
And we're pretty proud of it. So they saw what RVTD was doing, and they were really intrigued and actually gave us that award.
Yeah, something we can all be proud of. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good seeing you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.